and Marianne. How y'all doing? Okay, I decided that this was the best time for me to come on live, and I'm going to do the dressing. When I come back on this evening, I can show you the dressing live. Okay. Just bear with me here. I'm trying to get on these different platforms. Let's see who else is over here. Missed you this morning. Got sick. Oh. Well, you know what? You listen to your body, Peggy. Your body said, girl. We're going to need you to lay here a minute. Amen. Okay. All right, get out of that. Close that. Okay, Bonnie Thurman. Hello, darling. All is well in the mighty name of Jesus. Yes, it is. So, Marianne, you on both platforms? You're on YouTube and Instagram. Okay, I hope the lighting is okay. I'm going to see if I can hold you mute. Yeah. Okay, I try to add as much light as I can. Hi, Mother Wilkes. Hello. And who is this over here? Brandy Woods. Hello. Hello. So listen, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and get started. I want to do this vegan dressing. I said I was going to come on and do a tutorial. So I'm going to do it. You may not get to see the finished product, but you're going to see the process. And I'll show you the finished product when I come on this evening and do the sweet potato pie, the vegan sweet potato pie. So I'll show you the dressing, and then we're going to make the sweet potato pie. And I want to try and make vegan fried rice from all your leftovers. How about that? Vegan fried rice from all your leftovers. Okay. All right. No, I think I cut off some. Yeah, I need to do that. Okay. All right. So I'm sorry about the lighting over here. Maybe if I slide over this way a little bit, that would make it a little better. Okay, I think that's a little better. All right, so you all can see me over here, and y'all can see me over here. Okay, all right, so I'm going to get started. Let me move this keypad out of the way before I get something on it. All right, so the first thing we have to start off with is our cornbread. Okay, now I've already made the cornbread. Here's a pan, a 9 by 11 inch pan of cornbread, which is comprised of two vegetarian Jiffies. Okay, 2 vegetarian Jiffies. And instead of adding milk and egg, which makes it still vegetarian, I made it vegan, and I used a 1/3 cup of coconut milk, and then I used 1 egg replacement for each box. So this is 2 boxes of Jiffy with plant-based egg replacer. So 1 tablespoon of this with 2 tablespoons of water. This one is Simple Truth, Kroger brand. This is not my favorite one. I love Bob's Red Meal. I love his egg replacer, but I'm having a hard time finding it. Maybe if I go to Fresh Time again, they'll have it. But so egg replacement and coconut milk instead of egg and cow's milk. All right, so it has a rough texture because I really didn't add anything to it. Now, if I was making a pan of cornbread for Dr. Woodard, it would be smooth and golden and slathered with a lot of vegan butter. But because I'm making dressing, I just did the basics, threw it all together, put it in the oven, baked it for 20 minutes, and this is the finished product. Okay, so what I'm going to do with the finished product is I'm going to take my large stainless steel mixing bowl. I'm going to just cut the cornbread like that. I'm just going to pull it on out of here. That's what I need to do. Okay, so I'm pulling it away from the pan. Okay, I'm pulling it away from the pan. I'm just going to dump it in here. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to crumble it up. I want it to be a fine crumble, so I just, and literally, you know, if you got a food processor, you could pulse it a few times and be done with it. Or you can use a hand mixer and pulsate it and mix it until it's nice and fine crumbles. But the one thing I know about Jiffy cornbread, it'll crumble up real good for you because it's not as dense as my cornbread from scratch. Okay, my cornbread from scratch, you have to crumble that up. You have to really work on it and crumble that up. And it makes for, I think, a richer dressing when you make your cornbread from scratch. But this is the easy route. And we know Thanksgiving, you got so much to cook. You want to see how you can make it easier on yourself, but still make it delicious. Okay, so that's pretty crumbled up. You see that? All right. At least it's crumbled up as I think it needs to be. Okay. All right, so there's the cornbread. Nice and crumbled up. The next thing we need are our veggies. Okay. So in my cornbread, I add onion. Okay, now I've got one small onion here, but I really like to add the green onion. But because I didn't have much green onion, I think Melvin snuck in here and used some of my green onion. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I don't know. But I've got green onion. I prefer green onion only, but I've got a small onion here just in case I need some more onion. So I've got green onion. They've been cut in half. I'm going to chop those up. Green onion, that goes in your dressing. I've got just shy of a full bunch of parsley, Italian flat leaf parsley leaves right here. Okay, then I'm going to cut up, put those over here. You see all the goodness that goes into delicious dressing. Okay, so we got parsley. All right, put that over here. Green bell pepper. I have one whole green bell pepper right here. Okay, I'm going to put that over here in the bowl with all my other fresh veggies. And then I have celery. I have the celery here. Okay, and so the celery, I'm not going to use this. This is a full, well, goodness gracious, y'all. Oh, he say he here for a minute. Well, I'm upset. You come on, say hi to him.
Hey y'all, how you doing?
You got another camera right here.
Oh,
You got Instagram.
okay. Hey y'all.
So yeah, I'm like, who's that coming in the door? Because Melvin's already in here. Okay. All right. So, okay, so I've got celery here. All the stuff has been cleaned. And you notice I had paper towels inside the containers with my fresh veggies, because even after you shake off all the moisture, the the paper towels absorb more moisture, which makes and allows your vegetables to last longer. Okay, so add that paper towel in there after when you store your lettuces and all your fresh veggies, especially after you wash them, because of the extra water. And even now, I'm shaking off some more water because celery holds under water. But so for this much, I'm probably not going to need more than 4, maybe 5 stalks of celery. Okay, and I'm going to lay that over there and then move this out the way. So I could do this the quick way and do the food processor, chop it up. We'll just chop it up real fast. But since it's not much, it's not much. I'm going to go ahead, move these crumbs out of the way. I'm going to go ahead and chop it up like this. So these are about 1/4 of an inch pieces of celery. I don't like my dressing too chunky, but I do want I want it to have some texture, and I want people to kind of see what's in there. So I find it amazing that Dr. Woodard would come home. Man, me and him could have took a walk or something. I knew he was coming home. But he said he's not here before a minute. There's Melvin, the other Melvin. Melvin the fourth. Okay. And in retrospect, I think 4 stalks is going to be plenty. I won't need a 5th one. Because this is only 2 boxes of Jiffy. Okay, yeah, that's plenty. I'm going to put this piece of celery back over here in this box. All right. So I'm going to, I need another bowl here. Okay. All right, so chopped celery is going in the big bowl here. Next, I'm going to do some green pepper. Okay, hopefully I'm not blocking your view over here. Some green pepper. This would be so much easier in a food processor, but I'm going to go ahead and do it like this. Food processors up top. So there you have it. Okay. All that rustling is Melvin grabbing he's rustling. He sounds like, every time he come in here, he sounds like a house mouse. Just rambling. Rustling up grub.
Not that bad.
Oh, it's that bad. Okay, so you all see how I did this? I just make strips, and then I just... This is the way my mother made dressing. And by the way, that's where I learned how to make dressing from my mother. And Mama did not have a food processor. Honey, everybody got a little pair knife, and everybody washed veggies, and everybody chopped that stuff up. That's how we did it. Thank God she had all them girls. Dressing was a family affair. And then there were those times when Mama, she just wanted to do it herself. But as we got older, and she wanted to show us how to do it, we would help her make the dressing. And she would use all these same ingredients, except for she would use real eggs and she would make her cornbread from scratch. She did not use Jiffy. Mama did not use Jiffy. I don't recall my mother ever using Jiffy. Mama made her cornbread from scratch, and she didn't use oil. She used bacon fat to make her cornbread. Now, y'all know that was good. Cornbread made from bacon fat. And she would bake it till the corners would brown on the edges. And my daddy absolutely loved the corners of the cornbread. He loved the corners, the brown corners of the cornbread. So I think I'm going to do the rest of this pepper right here. I don't think I'm going to need a whole bell pepper. I'm just going to need a portion of it here. Y'all know I had my chopper, right? And I broke it, so I got to get me another one. Because that's another thing I could be using too. Besides the food processor. Sometimes the food processor is too invasive and it strips the juices from the veggies because of the harsh processing. So I prefer choppers. And like I said, I had that one, but I broke the hinges on it. I was doing too much chopping. So it doesn't work for me anymore. But that's okay. I'm good. Okay, so that's my bell pepper. And then I'm going to do my green onion. This is one bunch of green onions. I've already taken the heels off of it and wash the heels. Just so you know, everything that I cut away from my vegetables that I don't want to put in the dressing, I rinse them off, clean them real good, and I make my vegetable stock out of that. Okay? And I'm about to show you that in just a minute here. Is that enough for you? I think I'm going to use all of it. I'm so used to making a huge batch of dressing. This little small batch got me all confused. I ain't used to this small batch of dressing stuff. But that's okay. I got it. Okay. So what I was saying to you, just want to show you what I'm talking about. I don't know if you can see inside this pot, but inside this pot are the stems and the parts of the celery and the parsley and the tips of the onion that I don't want to use. I put it in a pot. I boil it with peppercorns and a little bit of pink Himalayan salt, and it makes the most amazing vegetable stock. This stock is better than this vegetable stock. I guarantee you. But I do have a box of it here just in case. But I went ahead and made me some. So this is all the leaves and stems from my celery and my parsley and my onion. And it's got peppercorn in there and Himalayan salt. And I boiled it. I wish you could smell the aroma of this pot in this kitchen. Okay. Hey, Mama, what's cooking? Dressing. Yes, dressing, Bam. Dressing. Kim, my mom, her from scratch. Yes, cornbread from scratch, girl. Mom, I don't think Mama ever had Jiffy in her house. I don't think. She may have later on in life, but when we were growing up, Mama she made almost everything from scratch. We did not eat processed foods. Sorry, but we didn't. So, okay, now I need to do my parsley. This is Italian flat leaf parsley, which I really love. I love me some Italian flat leaf parsley. I love the texture of it. It's definitely easier to clean Then curly leaf parsley. Curly leaf parsley, you got to rinse that because this sand be all caught in every curl of the parsley. So, you know, I want to be able to see some of the parsley. Okay, so this looks like quite a bit. So I think I'm going to take 2/3 of it and save this other for something else. Oh, I know what I can save it for. I can save it for the fried rice I'm going to do later on this evening. The vegan fried rice. Okay. All right. Now, finally, I've got 3 toes of garlic that I'm going to add to that. I got my garlic crusher. These toes have already been peeled. They're medium-sized toes, so. All right. Scrape that out of there. Like so, like that. Okay, and what I'm going to do is put the rest of this parsley in this bowl right here. Okay, that's about as good as I can do. I thought I was going to need this onion. I don't. So, let's set that over there. All right, next thing I'm going to do, I've got my pan over here. Got my pan. Let me turn you this way, Instagram. Okay. Because I want you over here by the stove. Okay, so right here on the stove, I'm going to put some grapeseed oil. And I'm going to sweat my vegetables. I think I got just enough grapeseed oil. I'm going to tell Melvin, he killed this. He cook every day. And he uses my grapeseed oil. I'm going to get him. Y'all keep him lifted in prayer. Okay. So while that's warming up, I'm going to take all my veggies. Here they are. And I'm going to toss them around like this. Smells absolutely amazing. Okay. So you see that? You see that? Okay. Look at that. Look at that. Look. Okay. All right. So that's warming up. I'm gonna move all this stuff. Stir that around in that oil. Turn it down just a little bit. Not too much because I do want them to become translucent and tender. But I don't want to caramelize them and I don't want to brown them. So, let's see. Will this lid fit? Nope, too small. I think this is the one. Yep. Okay, so we're going to let those steam and become translucent. All right, while I'm doing that, y'all excuse the mess here. Just brush all that way. Okay, now, let me turn y'all back around this way. Okay, sorry about that. All right, the next thing I want to do while that's getting ready is I want to I'm not ready to do my egg replacement, but I want to do my seasonings. So, you know what? You season to your taste, but basically, what goes in dressing is, a little bit of salt and pepper. So be sure you put that in there. Okay, but also poultry seasoning, sage. I use them both. Even though sage is in poultry seasoning, I still use sage. I add so much sage till my cornbread turns colors. But man, boy, oh boy, it's delicious. Okay, so some people like a darker looking dressing, and some people like a kind of light golden looking dressing. But I tend to like mine to be brown, and that's where my mother made it. We loved it, so that's the way I make it. I've got this is my poultry seasoning, and this is my sage. So I was just like I told Josh yesterday when I was talking to him, giving him the recipe. I said, baby, this is so hard for Mama because Mama cooked by the Spirit. I don't be measuring nothing. Especially dressing. I ain't never measured nothing out with no dressing. I just mix it, look at it. I'm like, yeah, it's good. Put it in there. Okay. And I used to taste it when I made it the original way with eggs, but I would taste it before I put the raw egg in. But now I don't have to worry about that. I can taste it. I just keep tasting it because there's no animal in here. Nothing that would make me sick if I tasted it before I cooked it. Okay, so that's the other blessing about vegan cooking is that you don't have to be concerned with salmonella and all that other stuff. Okay, so anyway. Oh, these smell so good. Okay, so I've got here half a tablespoon. I'm going to do half a tablespoon of poultry seasoning. And I'm going to do half a tablespoon of sage. And this is 2 boxes of Jiffy cornbread, okay? So we're going to start out with that, all right? All right, then I've got some black pepper here. Not going to add a half a tablespoon of black pepper. No, honey. We're going to start off with maybe a half a teaspoon of black pepper, okay? If you like it to be peppery. Okay, so black pepper, poultry seasoning, sage. I've got some salt-free seasoning, just your traditional salt-free seasoning. We're going to add a little bit of that in there. Okay, so I added a half a tablespoon of that. And then I have here some organic rosemary. Boy, here come these seasonings. About a half a teaspoon of that. All right. All right, now, my egg replacer. You only need 1 tablespoon of egg replacement. And I think, what did I do my tablespoon measure? Okay, whatever. You only need 1 tablespoon of egg replacer and 1 tablespoon of egg replacer and 2 tablespoons of water to replace an egg. Now, the thing about dressing and about making it come together is the eggs. So, because I have like 2 boxes here, I'm going to add 3 egg replacers. So, I can't find my tablespoon. I have my half tablespoon here. I'm looking. No, it's not over there. Okay, so I'm going to do 3, so I need 6 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then I'm going to add the water. So I'll need 12 of these for the water. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. All right, I'm going to stir that up with a fork. And it starts to gel right away, just like an egg. Okay? It slides around in the bowl like an egg. Okay? So this particular egg replacer has a brownish color. So if you're baking something like a cake, this would not be the right one. Unless you're doing like a carrot cake like I'm doing this week. Carrot cake, this color will not affect the carrot cake color at all. It may enhance it. Okay, so I've got my seasonings in here and my cornbread. I've got my egg. My 3 eggs. 3 vegan eggs. There's all kind of egg replacers out there, y'all. And one day I just may do a video on the different egg replacers and the best way to use them. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to start adding some of my stock. You know what, y'all? I forgot to put salt in here. But I want to taste it before I add any more salt. Okay. So I'm going to take some of this stock that I've made, starting out with about 2 cups of it. And just over here in the scrim, I'm getting the stock out of the pot, okay? I may be getting a few leaves from the celery, but it's okay. It's all good. So starting off with 2 cups, I'll pour it right in there. Right into the bowl. All right. I think I need about 1 more cup right now. 1, 2. Is that 1 cup? Yeah, that's 1 cup. Okay. So I'll throw that in there. Okay. Yeah, I think 3 cups was splendid. Now I'm going to add my egg replacer. Stir that in there. It's going to thicken it up. I think I need wire whisk. Or I could use just blender here. I could use the blender. Okay. All right. The egg replacer is thickening it up. And that's what I need. And when it bakes, it's going to be amazing. I wish y'all could smell this. Now, like I said, I like for my dressing to look kind of brown in color. So I'm getting ready to add me some more sage and poultry seasoning. Okay, so this is the color it looks now. And this would work for people who like a golden looking dressing. But that's not me. Okay, my vegetables have sweated. They're translucent. They smell amazing. See that? And they are ready to go into this mixture. Like that. Okay. We're going to mix this in there just like that. Oh, that looks great. Okay. Now I'm going to add, I didn't add the salt. I want to taste it first though. Sometimes we don't need all the salt we be trying to add. Baby, this dressing gonna be singing. It don't need much salt, just a little bit. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put half a teaspoon. And I think that will be sufficient. Half a teaspoon of salt. And I'm stirring it. I want some more poultry seasoning. Okay, here I am by the Spirit. I want some more sage.
I see you.
I love you.
I love you.
What time I'm gonna see you?
After 7.
After 7? Okay. I'll be here waiting on you. That poor man. He was bamboozled. He didn't know what he was getting into when he asked me to marry him. I didn't start it, but I'm gonna finish it. I tell him that all the time. Okay, so it's starting to get to the color I like, but it ain't there yet. I need some more sage. I need some more sage. Oh, yes. I can remember my mother dumping a whole bottle of sage in her dressing. But Mama made pans like this of dressing, okay? So, because she knew, and she would freeze some of it. So she would bake some and freeze some, and we'd be eating dressing for a good 2 more weeks and did not care, honey, because we loved it. She would do some. Sometimes she would make like a whole bunch of Thanksgiving, freeze half of it, and save it for Christmas. Because we had dressing for Thanksgiving and we had dressing for Christmas. And we did not care. We loved it. And New Year's was gumbo. New Year's was gumbo. That's what Mama would make. Okay, so I want you all to see the consistency of the dressing. See that? You see that? It looks and smells amazing. All right, now I'm going to taste it again. Give me another spoon. No double dipping. Y'all. Okay, one more half teaspoon of this pink salt. And now, because I don't know about y'all, but I like my dressing just a little sweet. And it tastes amazing like it is right now. But I've got some organic granulated sugar here. I think this is about 2 tablespoons. I'll put that in there like that. Now come turn this phone down. Okay, and I'm going to put a little more pepper in here because I want a little more kick too. I think that's about another 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper. We're going to stir it. I'm going to do the last taste, and then we're going to pour it and bake it. And then I'll be done with y'all. Then I can go. And I'll see you this evening. About the same time Rev Woodard coming to the door is the same time I'm going to see y'all. Okay, last taste. Baby, Mel, come here. Come here. Stand over here by your mama. Come here. I don't want these people to think I'm lying to them.
What we cooking?
This is dressing. This is your mama dressing, but this is the vegan.
Oh, it's dressed like so. Wait, isn't dressed like stiff Thanksgiving dressing, or what is?
I gotta bake it. Tell them.
That's pretty good.
Tell them people. Ain't no pretty good. Give my stuff.
I'm gonna give you too much credit.
You better give it to me. You better. Okay, so I'm getting ready to pour and put it in the oven. Let's see. I'm trying to see how much dressing this is. It should fit in a 11 by. Oh, Lord. We're going to do the glass dishes first. So I got my coconut cooking spray here. Spray that. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour this dressing. In here. I don't want to put too much in there. So that's why I got this second pan. I'll spray this one. I've already got my oven set at 400 degrees. And it should bake for about an hour until the edges turn a little brown and it's brown on top. But I'm thinking about an hour. Okay. So this is how Sister Bev makes her vegan dressing. Honey, if you don't tell your guests it's vegan, they'll never know. But if you like my family, they already know Beverly vegan. My daughter was telling me last night, because on the menu is vegan gumbo this week. And my daughter was telling me last night, she said, Mama, I saw what you put on the menu. And I said, yeah. I said, you going to get some? She said, Mama, I need a special order. And I said, well, what's the special? She said, you're going to have to put some crab legs, shrimp, chicken, and sausage in mine. And I said, Jasmine. She said, Mama. She said, girl. I said, it's delicious. Your daddy been tearing it up. She said, I'm not saying it's not delicious. I'm just saying I need some crab legs, some shrimp, some sausage. So, I told her, I said, well, I said, you go out and buy all that and then put it in your gumbo. But I was telling my husband, he said, well, he says, you are pretty famous for that original gumbo. He said, so, maybe for New Year's, you can tell all your customers, hey, look, I know y'all eat my vegan food and I appreciate it, but some of y'all still eat meat. And if you want that regular gumbo, I can have it for you for New Year's. So I don't know. I'm praying on it. God ain't showed me that. So I've put it in the oven. It's going to bake for about 45 minutes to an hour. 40 minutes to be exact. Because that's when I'll be leaving in 40 minutes. Take it out the oven, set it out. And then I got to head over to Jasmine's. But I just want to share something with you real quick. Okay? Hold your mule. The one thing about being vegan is you buy a lot of fresh things. And in order to keep those fresh things from going bad, because you don't always use all of them, is you become very creative and come and bust through with some delicious meals. So this evening, I'm going to make leftover vegan fried rice. So on the menu this past week, I had the basmati and black pearl rice. So that's this right here. This is what was left. And it's perfect for frying. It's perfect when cold rice is perfect for frying. So it's cold. And then I'm going to stir fry it with some sesame seeds and some sesame seed oil. And then I'm going to be adding, I had some corn cobbettes left, so I cut the corn from the cobs. Got some parsley, some red onion, and some carrots. And I'm going to stir fry that this evening to go with Dr. Woodard's dinner. And I think I'm going to put on the side multicolored cauliflower. Found it in the store. I had never seen it, but it's by Bird's Eye. It's called rainbow cauliflower. So it's orange, purple, green, and white. And I think that is going to make just for a beautiful presentation on his plate this evening. So I'm excited about cooking that for him this evening. And I'm thankful to God I'll be able to do that because Jasmine gets off early today. So that means I get home early and I can do another live and have some dinner ready for Dr. Wood. So that's the end, you guys. I will let you see this dressing this evening between 6:30 and 7. I should be coming on. Between 6:30 and 7, I should be coming on. We're going to do the sweet potato pie. You're going to do that fried rice, and you're going to get to see the dressing. Okay? Okay. All right. So who's all on here? Well, girl, bam, you a mess. Okay. Thank you all for joining me. I love all of y'all with all my heart and a piece of my liver too. Oh, Mother Wilkes, I'll tell him. I think he just went out to take the trash. But when he gets back, I'll tell him you said hi. What are you saying, Dorothy? Mommy did not measure anything. I'm trying to tell you, I don't remember my mother using a measuring nothing. She would just be. And I told, when I was talking to Josh and Essie, and I was trying to tell them how to make the dressing, I told them, I said, okay, so when you cook, you have to use TLC. TLC. I said, I'm trying to help y'all. I said, but you have to kind of look at it and make your own judgment call and taste it as you go. And so I said, TLC. And that's what it's going to be. That's going to be my mantra now. Add some TLC to all your cooking. Taste, look, and cook. While you're cooking, you taste, look, and cook. Okay? You don't just cook. You got to taste and look at it and cook. Okay? So add TLC to all your cooking. And I tell you, even when I look at a recipe, I'm like, no, I ain't doing that. I ain't feeling that. I think I need a little bit more of this and a little less of that. And it typically turns out marvelous. So I love y'all. I got to go. I'll holler at y'all later. Mother Wilkes, I know you don't measure nothing, girl. I just get that spirit from you. Mother Wilkes ain't measuring nothing. And I bet your food is scrumptious. I probably would love sitting at your table dining. But please do. I would like to know how about different egg replacements. And okay, yes, I will do a video on egg replacers. You got aquafaba. You've got the one I just used here. You've got a flaxseed egg. You also can make a arrowroot egg. Where's my arrowroot? But there's all kind of egg replacers out there, but I'm finding that I need to use certain egg replacers with certain things. And so by trial and error, I'm finding out which ones work better in which things. In fact, this evening, I'm going to try to do two sweet potato pies, one with baked sweet potatoes and the other with boiled sweet potatoes. And in one pie, I'm going to use aquafaba. In the other pie, I'm going to use an arrowroot egg. So those of you who had my sweet potato pie this past week, that was I used arrowroot egg in that sweet potato pie. And it was absolutely delicious. Rum Woodard and Melvin ate a pie and a half. I just want y'all to know that. Okay. Anyway, because I made 3. And they ate a pie and a half. Okay, anyway, I'll see y'all later. Love you. Have the most amazing rest of your afternoon. And I'll see you this evening. Okay? Bye-bye. Oh, we don't want to let go. Come on now. Look at that. Okay, hold on, Instagram. I'm going to say bye over here to YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. So, love all y'all. Bye-bye.